Welcome. Please come and sit. Sit loosely for a moment and just settle your physical body. Gently observe. Not making any real effort at changes or alignment. Letting your energy ground. Let exhales go downward. Let your brain find your breath 2 more times. Using a little stillness to transition from whatever came before. Lean back and take out either of your legs. Weave fingers behind your thigh at just above your knee, which is below because it's upside down here. Use your arms to help you sit tall. Move your ankle joint on that leg. The knee can be straight or bent. Do any movements you like, but finish with some ankle pumps back and forth. Then straighten your knee 2 or 3 times. Just move it with awareness. Maybe it makes a little sound. Check in, and then give it a little smoothing tuck as you fold it in on itself and release your hip out to the side. So this helps us tighten up our seat. Come to the other side, maybe do the opposite knee with your fingers. Sit tall, use your biceps, lift your heart, ankle. Start to come into your ujjayi, rhythmic breathing. Free movement, but finish with pumps front and back. Stillness. Then straighten the knee joint a few times. Go mindfully. Hinge joint. Say hello. Close it in. Use the hand to smooth. Tucking your foot in. And your hip to the side. Sit up tall. Relax your shoulders. Breath of fire gently increases the vital energy and also strengthens the upper back. So we'll start with some slow ones. Reaching up, stretch your fingers, breathe in. Shoulders down, arms reach. Breathe in again. Close your hands, pull your elbows to your sides. Shoulder blades together and down. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze and pull. Carry on with slow breaths. Enjoy some deep breaths here. Big stretch, big reach. Squeeze, pull. One more with slowness. Squeeze, pull. Hold the squeeze, pull for 1, 2, 3. Feel some heat, some tapas. And release. Let it shake out a little bit. Notice. Pranamasana. So the hands together away from your chest center. Ground into your legs. Activate your low belly. Lift your elbows, pressing the hands. Feel this activate chest and upper back, shoulders. The angle of the wrist is up to you, as are all of these choices. Please customize. So I now have goals, but be where you are. Breathe in deeply 1 more time, active. You're feeling a little heat with this press. Exhale, soften your thumbs to the center of your chest. Bring your chin down. Have a moment of quietness or gratitude or whatever is in your heart. One more time. Lift your chin, breathe in, Om. Om. Be with that vibration in your nervous system for a moment. Be curious about that. The breath has vibration as well. Feel the hum of your body, your vital energy. And release. Coming into a Janu Shirsasana with the right leg stretching out in a nice relaxed sort of way. You're just getting started with practice. So let extended legs relax, not drawing back the toes. If this one is an elevation, if you need, for example, face the straight leg, breathing in. Breathing out, lower down. Notice how it's a little bit of a side stretch as well as a twist. Forehead, curious about the knee. Breathe deeply. Cultivating that rhythmic breath with ujjayi through the nose, gentle sound. Meaning victorious breath. Freeing us from our running thoughts, confusing us into thinking that's what we are. But we're more than our thoughts. Please come now to reach for your opposite knee and come into a twist. Include your whole spine in this movement as much as it feels good. The lower back's pretty stable, but do turn your head, your eyes. Breathe out one more time. Turn back to center, pick up that back arm and side stretch. Go slowly, just the right amount in your body. Bringing all that together for one. So where can effort be taken away once you've gotten in the shape? Sometimes the breath moves your body a little bit when you are breathing deeply. Let it. Leave room for those breaths. When the inhale comes, slowly come out. Remember slowness when side poses, especially second side. A relaxed extended leg this time. Cutting out over the leg. Forehead curious towards the knee for one. The low back and shoulders pull back into the body a little bit. One more time. Inhale, come up. Tall, and then twist, reach to the opposite side, settle a hand behind. The exhales tone lightly into the low belly, but not so strongly in twists that you can't turn your spine. A lot of balance in yoga, different ways. Breathe out again, and then slowly transition to the side bend. Pick up that back arm and let it come out over toward the extended leg. Find a comfortable place for your neck. All the limbs doing different things. Plenty to concentrate on. One more time, breathe out. With slowness, come up. Low belly active and aware, and release. Please sit with your heels on your mat if that's not already happening. Slow back and forth between stretching the tops of the feet and moving forward, and then leaning back and pulling the feet back and challenging your strength a little bit. Do this at your own pace for a few moments. Slide out, pull back. Do set your shoulders as you go back, because they can roll forward in the roll forward version. Challenge, resist. One more each way. And release. Please come round to your hands and knees. With or without the use of your hands. If you want to spend a moment with your wrist joints and your fingers, spreading, ready, open. Knees under the hips. tabletop. Pay attention to the low belly tone for a moment as you spread your hands if you need to refine anything. Ground your feet, settle your knees. Opposite reaching the left arm and the right leg. 1, 2, 3, and 5. A little more energy. Spread that hand as it comes down. Try to prepare it to bear the weight. Change the leg to the other side for 1, 2, strengthening the muscles along the spine. 1 more time. Hand, knee, puppy. Tuck toes, sit back. Mindful of the soles. And then find the bow. Like the play bow energy of downward dog, the heart reaching down, the head reaching down. Elbows up for 1, 2. Each pose as an energetic form. Breathing out 1 more time. Cow spine coming to your hands and knees. So this process of lift and stick your hands a bit, pull them back, create some resistance there as you come and extend your heart forward. And then tuck your tail into cat spine, press your hands, reach that mid back towards the sky. Several more times. You may go as slowly as you like, keeping a little tone in your belly. Extend and flex. Time for 1 more. And release. Bear pose strengthens the whole body. Ready your hands. Give them a little outward spin, not too much, just so you feel empowered. Maybe the index fingers are facing forward. Lift your knees 2 inches off the ground. So you might be thinking about that, or maybe you're doing it, but it's all good. Act like you're going to if you aren't ready yet. 2, 3. Use your whole body. Calmly breathe. 4. And we just do 1 set of bear pose, and hopefully it gets easier over time. Downward facing dog. Push your hands, come to your feet. Weight goes back into the legs. Long spine. Focus on strength in this pose, especially if you're flexible and you're really working on that heart reach downward. Focus on a long spine and strong. Strong arms, strong legs, strong tummy. Feel a little heat come in, a little tapas. Breathe out 1 more time. Let's try some bunny hops for the occasion. Bend your knees and hop a little bit forward, just playful. Try to find a little space. Stand and fold forward, breathe out. Process of standing up, press your feet, let your knees bend as you like. Rise, power of the legs, extend your body, reach out, full of breath. And then come down, set your shoulders, set that back heart position in mountain. So back heart I've been talking about recently is the upper shoulder blades going away from each other towards the shoulders and the lower shoulder blades coming together. Have a moment with your standing. Focus on that. Feel the arm bones settle in where they belong. Be patient. Be patient with stillness. I see you moving. Breathe out 1 more time. And relax. At the top third of your mat, please. Cross your right foot in front of your left. Balance. Shoulders down, arms up. So engage your low belly to support this work of the arms overhead, the opposite wrist catch, and the standing side bend to your own degree. Let's add a little upward turn of your face and eyes, unless you need to look down for your balance. Breathe into this shape, all wrapped up around the body, and inhale, come up, and exhale, arms float down, changing sides with free breathing process. Be present for the process. Try to let yourself be minimally distracted. Practice allows us to come right back. Something happens, but we come right back to our breath. Letting things go. Fourth breath. Slowly come up with inhale. Tone in the low belly protects the back as you release. Standing back bend. It's not a big deal. Hands in the back pockets. Feet a little wide. Stand tall. Guide your pelvis forward. Lift your ribs and gaze down your nose at your own degree. It's a heart lift. You'll feel the vital energy increasing. You can focus on the exhales a little bit. One more time, standing back bend, lift your chest. And to come out, bring your pelvis back underneath and reverse. Hatha Yoga, standing forward, fold, step your feet underneath your hips once again and tilt your pelvis, knees might bend. Guide yourself in with your hands. And your fingers can remind you to hollow up that low belly. It's one of the best poses to really feel that work. And then if you want to keep your fingers there, that would be fine. Or bring them down to the floor for your shins. 1, 2, 3, what can be softened? Where are you gripping? One more time. Exhale. Bending your knees, release your hands to step back with your right leg through the high lunge. You may bump up to blocks or fists. Have a long neck. Settle yourself in and breathe 5 times. Adding a little uplift in the pelvic floor muscles along with the low belly, especially when the legs are far apart like this. Breathe out again. Changing sides. Go back to downward dog. And step the other leg forward for the high lunge. For 1. All is impermanent. 2. Strengthening the hips, opening the hips. 1 more time, breathe out. Then step back to downward facing dog or puppy for 5 breaths. All of these today focus on strength. Legs strong, arms strong, belly strong. Spine long. 1 more time. Stepping forward to warrior A with your right leg. Okay, to help that foot, while you're still looking down, look down and ground your back heel. Rise up with a forward rib cage. If you need to refine, you can refine. Anchor the heart. Stack your hands, pull down gently, lift your chin. And you add a little free head and neck movement as you hold this foundation. And then bring the hands together and let them rise up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release your hands down, lean forward, warrior C. Lift the back leg maybe, or have the toes on the ground. Hands wherever they are useful today. One more breath is 5. Bend your front knee and carefully land your back foot. Flowing through, or I'll see you in downward facing dog for the other side. Make your way there. You can do a little plank, up dog, down dog, calm, deep breathing. You might feel the fibers of your mat stretching as you press down and forward with your hands, and backwards with your feet, down and back. Uplift in the low belly, breathe out. Virabhadrasana, A, second side. Big step, angle the back heel, rise up. Forward ribs, spread and recline the feet. Hands stack, free movement of the neck and the throat as you anchor your heart. And bring together your hands for 5 breaths with the traditional arms. 1. Knee over the ankle is the important factor here. There are lots, but check in. Balance peace with effort. One more time. And release, frame your foot, go back. 5 breaths. Maybe bend your knees, move your hips side to side, have a little free movement in downward dog. Hips side to side, kind of nice side lengthener. And release to center, breathe out. Stepping forward, right leg to crescent lunge. So it's on the ball of the foot. You might need to angle your heel, warrior A, to come up. Do your best, come up to the high lunge at the shoulders. Holding your center or wherever you'd like to put your hands, they could go up. Bend your back knee towards the floor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten, ground the heel. Tuck your arms behind your back for Parsvottanasana. It's a bit of a stretched out stance. Breathe in, spread feet. Breathe out, forward bow to gaze at the big toe, elbows lifting. And release. Coming up, lift your chest. Release your arms. Downward facing dog. Second side, high lunge. Coming up into the high crescent. Maybe warrior A to help you. Catch your center. Bend your back knee towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten your legs. Round your back heel. Still facing forward. Tuck your arms behind you. Breathe in. Spread your feet. Breathe out. Keep them steady as you reach your heart forward and down. 1. Elbows lift gently. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming up. And exhale. Apologize for being a little tired. I know we need to do warrior C on this leg, so let's bring it on in. Warrior C, second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Return to mountain pose. Set your back heart. Eagle pose. Right leg in front of the left. Knees bent. Sit back into the invisible chair. Tall spine, right elbow comes under, hug shoulders or hands together in some way. So the elbows gently lift, the hips lower. 1. Let your breath do the work here in your upper body. 1 more time, all wrapped in around the midline. Follow inhale to open out. Easy feet up with the arms, breathe in. Breathe out, float down. And meditate into the second side. The actions. Your pose, your body. 1, 2, not forcing. Also not holding back, find that middle path. Breathe out 1 more time, gently challenge your depth. And then inhale, open it out. Easy, upward reach. And release. Easy way to turn out feet on your mat for the standing bow twist. This activates the upper body. A lot of energy lines like the heart. So just imagine a bow and arrow, taking up the bow and pulling that, opening that space of the bow in our imagination. We can do it by squeezing the fists with a nice open belly, turn towards the right. Pull your left hand back and push your right hand forward. 1, 2, intentionally activating muscles. Rounded. 1 more time, breathe in, a little more of a squeeze. Breathe out, soften and let that go. And then ease back to center. To the other side. So it's pretty nice to turn your lower body a little bit so you can get fully behind you. In your own back, standing bow, squeeze fists, push right, push left, pull right. 1, 2, as strong as you can make it. 3, 4, 5, release when you're ready, breathing out, soften, let that go, feel it dissolve, and then come back to center. Utkatasana, fierce pose, sit back. With your hips, come down, long spine, focus on lowness today. I'm holding the pelvis again, helps you remind you of your strength there, long neck. Knees back, hips back. 1 more time. Straighten your legs with an inhale, press. Again, fold over your hands. This time, actual Padahastasana, sliding your hands underneath your feet or holding your elbows. Not everything is for everyone, and that's okay. Let your elbows widen if your hands are under your feet and release yourself forward. Focus on the breathing. Twice more. Once more. Like you're trying to pull your hands out, but your feet are saying no. And then release your hands one at a time. And stand up with the power of your legs. Set your back heart. Please turn to the right side of your mat and step your feet, the legs length apart, approximately for triangle pose. You spin your front foot towards the front of your mat and find your balance. Stretch your arms when you're ready. Breathe in. Remember to move from your belly center in this pose over into that hip crease, down, set the down first, and then there's the project of the turn of the heart and the face. Low back is long, maybe a little tail tuck energy. Eyes get a little side stretch here. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, navel center, second side. Your meditation, come up. Turn your body. When you're ready, explore over and down. This is the core strengthening pose. Be aware of your center. One more exhale. Let it lift inward in the low belly and come up. Strong legs, strong belly. Release. Back to side one from warrior B. You'll need a little more space between your feet, possibly to bend your knee over your ankle. Make space. This front leg is trying to get 90 degrees. So I'm still working on that after many, many years. So just get as low as you can, right down the center line, drop down, spread your feet, reach your arms, and turn to gaze forward. 1. The process of noticing. Pay attention and then take it to the other side. There's a series of things that happen. Let's go through 9-second side, challenging the lotus again. Add the head turn. Equally broad in the chest and upper back. One more time. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release to the top section of your mat. And heel toe movements to get yourself back there. Leave your fingers pressed forward. Inhale, press up. A little bit of a side bend to the right. And to the left. Up once again, breathe in. Let your fingers release and come down slowly. So take your time with that transition to fold in, stepping back to lizard lunge from here. So there's a little bit of a forward lean here for us to get a foot off the ground. Spread your hands, lean a bit forward and just pop your right leg back. Walk your arms inside the left leg and you may turn out the toes and the knee in the same direction, lizard. We'll do about 10 breaths so you have time to explore and then find a spot to hold steady. So you can move around. Lots of choices with arms coming to forearms or the knee. Not forcing. Mula Bandha, legs are spread apart. Little uplift in the hammock of the pelvic floor. One more time. Breathe out and then hold steady. So maybe choose a second variation. And I'm liking this one where you reach back, you twist towards the bent knee side and reach back to the back foot. Just as one choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release and go back to Hanuman's pose 1. First one, so uncross and then cross the other arm. 1. Toes pull back. Gently explore the range of motion. One more breath. And then side bending release, always a little slow on Janiyasana now. So the forward facing knee travels towards the toes. Fais attention in your low back. Pay attention. Sorry. On Janiyasana, Mother of Hanuman. Hanuman's Day, April 6th, yesterday. open heart. That's when Hanuman represents love and devotion. And going back to Hanuman's pose one more time. This time, bring up your arms and balance. Part of the story of Hanuman is that he goes to get this herb to save someone. He needs a special herb and he doesn't know which planted his through the springs the whole mountain, at the top of the mountain. Symbolically release to the other side. So we'll step forward in order to step back to lizard on the other side. Put those four shapes coming together. Lizard. If you look up, make sure you look back down so your neck is not straining. 1. We'll do 10 breaths of free exploration. So you may move or not. The plank work in lizard. And the second variation, so back knee down, reach for the back leg option, or your own. 1, 2, working deeply, but with lots of respect, so you cause no harm. Take time with your release back to Hanuman with the crossover. 1, 'Once again. Anjaneyasana is the next one, the forward facing lunge. Give space between your knee and foot so that you may bring your knee towards the toes a bit. Settle shoulders, just the right amount in your body, not forcing your back hip in any way, just let that lengthen respectfully. Awareness. One more breath. Feel complete. Follow the movement of inhale to come out and straighten the leg again. This time, bring up your arms again, holding the mountaintop version. One more time, feel the lines of energy of your body. And then bring your hands together, release. Coming to kneeling position. We reset, give your knees a new spot. Threading the needle in these downward facing twist pose allows us to really customize. So as you walk out, let your Uddiyana Bandha be lightly engaged, but not so much that you can't twist. Start with your right arm open, go slowly, mindfully, turn your spine, and go the other way. Let that hand on the earth be where it feels supportive. Spin your hand in so your elbow goes out if you want to. Find your own way of supporting that, lowering to your skull above your ear. Ground your feet. Find a spot for your gaze. Slowly breathe out for 4. One more breath. Inhale, come up and open. Exhale, release to the other side when you're ready. Come on in. So we rotate this way and then the other way, and it's a mid-back rotation. The pelvis is stable. 1. Be gazing at that line where your ceiling meets the wall. Just neutralize whatever you are seeing into just light and shape. Breathe out one more time. A great example of how inhale energy works nicely with movement, coming up and opening again. And exhale, release. Cat spine, 1. Maybe pull up to the fingertips, 2. Tuck your tail. Cow spine, from the forearms, tone the belly. 1 more. Traveling out to the belly. Oh, we should do rabbit pose. Never mind. So bring your knees underneath your hips. It's like a child's pose with the hips up and the head down. Use your hands on either side. Lightly touch your head. Forehead's okay too, just mindful of your neck being long. Sasandasana. Balasana. Go to child's pose. As you're inspired to sit towards your heels and just roll to your forehead, drape your arms. (360-degree) breathing. Exhaling 1 more time. And now getting ready to come to the back body with an option to flow through or lie down slowly. Perhaps you want to get your clothing or comfort items for the last bit of practice. Flow through if it feels good. Strong is good for pain reduction. Working out as much strength work as you would like into your practice. Then come on back, lay down. One set of bridge pose to come to your back. Make sure your head can be centered on the floor. Ground for a moment. Settle your shoulders. Notice how this pose grounds your upper back. So any tendency towards roundness here is minimized. Let's focus on that today in this pose. Breathe out 1 more time. Do you need to change your feet, or you want to just go with where they are and see how it goes? So we can work with adversity by not really setting ourselves up evenly every time. Round the back of your skull and your upper back. Maybe you refine your feet to find your power position. Round the upper back. Chest moves towards the chin as you breathe and then moves away. Three more breaths. Press feet. Press 1 more time. Lift a bit higher. Find a little growth. Come down slowly. So it's like you're pulling your feet towards your hips a little bit. Let your spine gradually release. Use your arms. All the way down. Take time. So the spine is long and it releases. Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees apart. So your low back should be lengthened from coming down that way. If you need to reset, you can. Let your hands rest softly on your inner legs. Breathing out 1 more time. Use your hands to guide your knees back and place your feet on the floor. Pick up and reset so your spine is centered. Another kind of threading the needle is the figure 4 pose on the back. Bring your legs into a crossed position with mindfulness, and you may stay or bring in closer or further away, customizing this form. So I do a little bit of just coming up on my toes because I can't move too far in this. So just an example of that where you figure it out in your body. So you get a little outer hip stretching that is unforced. 5 slow breaths, let your eyes relax. Just let in a little light. Slowly breathing again. Coming to the other side. Take the time to release. Check in, second side, let it be where it is. Bring it to that point. That's how we bring balance in our bodies, is to meet each side where it is. Taking care of each side right where it is. Forehead's a little higher than the chin. It's okay to have a pillow in this one. Or just think of a long neck. Slowly breathe one more time. And then let go of those actions. A couple of windshield wipers, ground your arms, knee side to side. Lying twist. I'll show the 2 knees. I call this 2 knees twist. I'm just doing a little, pick up hips, shift them over to the right a little bit, and then roll to your left side, stacking the knees. So you can use your feet to create a little space, or they can be together. You can leave a space. Settle your shoulders. Open up your arms like a T. Palms up, turn your head, breathe deeply. Like the downward facing threading needle, this has the low back stable, rotating the thoracic spine, cervical spine. One more time. Take away any excess effort. Let the exhale travel to the low belly. A little tone there as you bring your head and your body back to center. Pick up, then bring down, reset. Find center. Other side, press your feet, lift your hips over to the left side a little bit so you can roll to the right, knee stacking or ish, and then the opening up of the arms, palms up, roll your head. One. You could even bring your hand to your sacrum and low back and feel that area is stable here. Rotation above it. Really stretch out the breath. One more time. It opens the chest as well as the spinal mobility. Head back to center first. Ease the back of your body and pick up and reset into that bridge shape again, just to get the spine centered. Halasana is a nice stretch of the upper back, plow pose. Feeling free to do your own legs up work. It can just be legs in the air. So if it's in your practice, bring your hips up and your legs overhead, pointing the toes, round your arms. Upward face. There's a space for your neck that is not touching the ground. Okay to be developing all of these poses. One more time. Halasana. Pull your toes through the dirt. Use your arms to lower down slowly. Control that release. It builds a lot of strength. Ease down your spine and your pelvis. Bring in your knees and rock side to side. and free. Free to use the chest work here if you'd like. Happy baby pose. What does your body appreciate here? Some ankle movements could return. Letting that low back spread. Settle. Heart rate slowing down. And releasing your feet one at a time through the hand. You could do the one knee. Okay. The one knee stays on the other side and bring in your knee to your chest and your other leg go out to some degree. That's there. Exhale, just be where you are with that. And then take the knee from your chest and let it join the other leg, stretching out into Shavasana, resting pose, taking a moment for refinement. Make sure that you can stay warm enough and that you're comfortable so you can relax for a few moments. This important pose of receiving this practice, letting it settle into your tissues, your vital energy to be increased in the stillness. Gradually letting go of all holding. If you notice something, take care of it. Let your legs relax completely there. You've done a lot. Let your upper back be grounded in this pose. Maybe some breathing into that area. It's very gentle and quiet with whatever you're paying attention to here. Try to let all effort fall away for a few moments. Let go, let go. The jaw is unhinged a little bit in this pose, letting your teeth separate. Let the eyes rest deeply back. All holding in the low belly and pelvic floor is released. Throat soft and open so you can speak your truth. Next time you breathe in, let it stretch. Let your arms stretch up along your ears. Feel that front body open, and then lower your hands together and rub your hands. Listen, feel, texture, temperature, sound, rhythm. Cup your eyes gently. Settle on the sockets with your hands. The night sky full of stars. Breathe out one more time. Freedom to release from your back in any way you like. What do you enjoy here? Some deeper inhales might help you if you are looking to bring enough energy to get yourself off of your back. You could also turn off and rest more on your own. Or you could come and meditate as well. The practice prepares us for these things. An hour of power. Settle into a comfortable seat and we'll do a little bit of breathing. So we have a little more time. Let your breath travel in the right side of your nose and out the left and go side to side. Awareness in your body, your back heart set, so your breath can move without impediment. Let the alternating sides in with an exhale to the right. Breathe through both sides 3 times. You might notice one channel more open than the other. All fine, just notice the temperature, the texture of the breath. Endlessly interesting. Exhale. Inhale. Fullness all the way around. Exhale. The diaphragm pushes up into the lungs to release the breath. Again, feel the pull of the diaphragm as you breathe in. And its upward push as you breathe out. Without your eyes, let your hands find each other and feel their intelligence. Feel the way your palms keep your fingertips together. Without looking, just sense and feel. And seal the palms once again. Offer your gratitude. There's always something to be grateful for. Of course, the tradition of yoga is worth acknowledging every time. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank yourself for showing up as well. And the tapas, the heat that you apply to your practice. And perhaps it's time for some other kind of tapas, the kind that you eat, because I'm going to save that for after